Hey guys, my name is Brandon, and I have lupus. A lot of people have been pushing me to do something like this for years, but I put it off for a few reasons. One, anyone that really knows me knows that I'm a very private person. I don't talk about any aspect of my personal life with anyone, even my best friends. There's not a single person that knows everything about me. Two, I suck at being put on the spot. I'm really not good at talking in front of people or in front of cameras. So my first few, 100 videos will probably be butchered pretty bad. But that's okay, I think it's more about the quality of the content. And three, I've never liked talking about my issues. One, because I don't want. Two, because most people instantly become a doctor and start trying to tell me how normal, healthy people would overcome some of the struggles that I'm dealing with, not realizing that my body works a little different. And three, because I don't want people to think that I'm complaining. I am probably the most positive person you will ever meet, and I'm usually trying to help pick other people up and motivate and inspire others. So the last thing that I've ever wanted to do was throw my problems on others. Now, before I go any further, I want to give you a little background on me and my journey up to this point. I was always very active as a kid. I ran, jumped, played pretty much any sport I possibly could. But it wasn't until end of high school that I really started to fall in love with the gym, the iron, the weights. But like most kids fresh out of high school, I had other things on my mind. So I ended up getting out of fitness. I picked it back up when I was about 22 years old, and I started to get a little bit of results, but not quite what I wanted. I was tired of being a scrawny little kid. But anyone that knows me knows that I'm a huge researcher. Anytime I'm interested in something, I will research and read until my eyes hurt. So I decided to get my personal training degree. Now at the time I had a good paying job, so I didn't think that I would actually be training anyone, but I wanted to get it for myself, for my own personal knowledge, so that I could get the best possible results for me. Now through diet and training and supplements, I finally started to get where I wanted to be, and eventually I fell in love with lifting heavy weights and started training for powerlifting. One day I ended up getting hurt, and while I was in the process of healing and rebuilding, I decided to try something called CrossFit. Now oddly enough, about 4 months later, I was in the process of buying that CrossFit gym. But the celebration was cut short. Just a few short weeks after the paperwork was finalized for the sale of the gym, I ended up in the hospital. The doctors were telling me that I shouldn't be here, and they don't have a clue how I'm functioning, much less how I walked in here. I had a pretty severe case of bilateral pulmonary embolism and also clotting in my heart and outer extremities. After a ton of tests and misdiagnoses, I ended up having this thing called lupus. I lost a little over 40 pounds when I was in the hospital, but I couldn't work out for a few months after I got out, so I continued to lose more weight. I was also struggling to figure out how I would have to eat now, so I continued to lose more weight. I honestly thought that my lifting days were over. Through years of trial and error and pain and complications, I finally started learning how my new body would respond to certain foods and exercises and training methods. But I learned that I would probably have to put my competitive side of me to rest. My body is no longer able to do what it used to do, or even what most people my age consider normal. Fast forward a few years, and I sold my gym to my best friends, and I moved back to sunny Florida. I was finally able to focus more on me and my condition, and I'm able to rest more and prepare my meals and give my body what it needs when it needs it. Now, I still deal with a ton of issues and complications, and I will until the day I die. But I have good days and bad days. I have days where I can't get around without assistance. I have days where I have debilitating levels of exhaustion. But I have days where I feel like my old self and can run and exercise and lift like a madman. For years, my doctors told me I can't keep doing what I'm doing. My friends that are familiar with lupus or that were from the support groups that I was in would ask how I do what I'm doing. But all I could think about is how could I live without it? To me, the gym is like my sanctuary. The iron is the medicine that keeps me going. And the people that I work out with are my family. You can't live without those things. But most importantly, people always ask, how do I stay so positive? Keep a smile on my face with everything I'm going through. And honestly, I say mentality is everything. To me, it comes down to two things. One, there are a lot of people out there who have it a lot worse than I do and refuse to quit or use it as an excuse or become a victim of their circumstances. And two, letting it beat me down won't help. Sulking won't help. Talking about my problems won't help. Feeling sorry for myself isn't going to help. And stopping exercise certainly isn't going to help. As a matter of fact, I actually view lupus as a blessing. There are so many things that normal, healthy, able-bodied people tend to take for granted, and I was guilty of it too. I no longer take good days for granted. I see things through a different lens. I no longer let small things ruin my mood or my day. And I finally started to understand that tomorrow is never promised. I work less, love harder, and I travel a lot more. Matter of fact, right after I started my battle with lupus, I set out on a cross-country trip for a few months. And now I make it a point to travel a lot more. I stopped seeing value in items and started seeing value in making memories. So, the reason that I decided to stop being selfish and share my journey in hopes to motivate someone else is the same reason that I loved working in the fitness industry from day one. I love helping people. If I can help just one person through sharing my journey, then I will consider it a success. My plans for this channel, I hope to be able to motivate others, whether it's a person battling lupus or maybe some other form of medical issue, or maybe just someone who has been using basic everyday life as an excuse on why they can't eat good or exercise more or exercise period or just live a more active lifestyle. I plan to post information and tips on diet and nutrition and exercise. I plan to post informative videos on supplementation, especially natural supplements that can help anyone, especially people dealing with lupus. And I plan to post videos showing the good and the bad of my life and my journey, and to show how I overcome certain obstacles. But, disclaimer, I said that I decided to stop being selfish and share my journey, but that wasn't entirely true. The idea for this channel actually came because I decided to succumb to my competitive nature and enter myself into a strongman competition. The week that I started training for it, I had one of the worst flare-ups that I have had in probably a long time. And it set in and refused to leave. At first I thought, well, isn't this just my luck? But then I decided, how cool would it be for people to be able to see this? To be able to watch me struggle and see me dealing with the things I deal with and still overcome and prepare for this competition. And I also felt like it would benefit me by, I guess, kind of motivating me. If I knew that I had people counting on me or rooting for me in my corner, then it would be a little easier to do the things that are hard when my body is beating me down physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, I invite you to come with me on this journey. Follow me as I dive back into the competitive world and prepare for this competition, as well as hopefully many others. And also to get a glimpse of my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Psst. P.S. Don't forget to like this video. Also, post in the comments if there's anything in particular that you think that you would like to see on this channel. Anything that you think may help you on your fitness journey. I have a lot of creative, innovative ideas, but I want to help you, so I want to hear the things that you would like to see or hear. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little red button, because you don't want to miss anything.